Today's storytelling is about Hanuman. Hanuman is this victorious, loyal monkey god. Well, here's how his story begins. His mother, Anjane, wanted a child so bad, so she prayed to her favorite god, Vayu. Vayu is the wind god. And Vayu answered her prayers and sent down some rice. She became pregnant with her child. Her child is the son of a god, Vayu. He has these special powers. When he was young, he used to love to have so much fun. He was wild. Well, one day, he saw this bright, big, orange ball in the sky, and he thought it was fruit. He thought it was a mango. So Hanuman reached out and tried to grab the sun, thinking it was a mango. That's not going to happen. So he was struck down with a thunderbolt in the jaw. I believe it was by Indra. And now Hanuman is on the ground, dead. His father Vayu is so sad, so he took the wind away from the world. And we need the air, we need the wind. So the other gods are pleading with him, come on Vayu, come back. I know you're upset because of your son, but please come back. Like, well, I want my son back to life. Well, Hanuman is able to come back to life, but there's two conditions. One condition is he can no longer remember that he has these amazing superpowers. And number two, he can no longer stay with his mom. Because a mom's job is to make sure that her son knows how special and powerful he is. So he was no longer live with his mom. He was sent to the forest, and he was raised by this group of monkeys. When he's living with these monkeys, he shape-shifts into one. It's kind of like a lot of us. Like, we start turning into these things that we're with, things that we love, the people that we love. We might start eating their foods. Maybe we start speaking their language. Maybe we're beginning to look like the people that we're around. So Hanuman changed into this monkey. This is how he got his monkey appearance. He was not always a monkey. Well, one day he's in the forest, and he's wandering around, and who does he see? He meets Ram with his brother. Ram's brother's out there too. And Ram is an amazing leader. He's an amazing king. He's an amazing leader because he serves his people. He just doesn't rule over them. He serves his people. His land is prosperous. His land is great. Right away, Ram and Hanuman had this connection. They knew that they were going to be with each other for the rest of their lives. Even though now he's a monkey, Hanuman bows down to Ram. He's like, I'm going to serve you. Gotta remember that, remember? Hanuman forgets his powers. Remember, he has these superpowers, but he has short-term memory. But during this time, he keeps serving Ram. Ram asks him to do something, even though it's impossible. He doesn't say, I don't think I could do it. He finds a way to do it. Well, during this time, Ram has this amazing kingdom, and Ravana is another ruler in Sri Lanka who doesn't have the most amazing kingdom. And he's beginning to be jealous of Ram. They're going to go to battle. Ram has this lovely woman, Sita. Well, Ravana kidnaps Sita and takes her back. Sita's beautiful. She's part of the higher chakras. She's very meditative, and Ram is earthly. He's part of the lower chakras. Well, Hanuman is the heart to these two. He needs to help get Sita back for Ram. So he doesn't know how he's going to do it, but he finds a way to leap over to Lanka to find out where Sita is being held hostage. She's up in this tower. He knows, but he needs more help. So Hanuman goes back and tells Ram, I know where Sita's at. I need help. And Ram's like, we're at war. Look at the soldiers. The soldiers are dying. Well, here's the thing. I hear we can revive the troops if we have this special herb. The herb's on top of a mountain, is on a mountain. Can you please go bring this back, Hanuman? Of course, Hanuman, He's not going to let Ram down. So Hanuman goes to the mountain. However, he has short-term memory loss and he forgets what herb it is. So he just brings back the entire mountain. So you've already seen just some of Hanuman's ways. He forgets he has superpowers, but he still finds a way to accomplish these things. He is so loyal. Eventually, Ram wins the war. And to acknowledge everybody who's helped him, there's this big parade, there's this big festival. Ram is giving everybody these great, gifts for helping him. Last but not least, he gives his loyal friend Hanuman this bracelet. This bracelet's beautiful. It's encrusted with jewels. And Hanuman, he just starts to eat this bracelet. He's spitting out the jewels, and Sita's up there with Ram, and Ram's like, what? The crowd's aghast. Like, what's happening? Why is Hanuman doing this? He's usually not like this. And what's wrong, Hanuman? Is this not good enough for you? And Hanuman says, Ram, this doesn't have anything to do with you. Where's your name? I'm looking for you. This is why I do everything that I do. And I don't see how this pertains to you. And at that moment, he's like, you're always with me. Your name is always with me. My heart is always Ram, Ram, Ram. And at that moment, he opens up his heart and he shows everyone that inside is just his love for Ram and Sita. Why do I tell you this story? Because I think so often we forget that we have superpowers. We forget that what we're capable of. We have this short-term memory loss. You are wonderful. You are great. And I just want you to remember that you have this greatness in you. You have this love that you can show others.